Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to build this from scratch, and I'm going to explain to you ComfyUI's node by node, step by step, and hopefully in a funny and interesting way. And yeah, let's get started. Hey, it's William. Welcome to ComfyUI series, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get all you guys familiar with the working environment and workflow, and let's create our first workflow. So let's get started. So if you haven't been following along, if you stumble on my channel, this channel is all about digital art, my exploration of learning arts, both traditionally and digitally, and recently I add the artificial intelligence into our channel. So I'm going to tackle the AI, how to use AI to help artists, and how to use AI ethically, and my understanding of it. And hopefully can share with you guys some of the tutorial. I previously worked as a programmer, and I start learning art from scratch. So yeah, so I maybe provide you with a different perspective than artist or programmer or people just to use AI art for fun. Okay, so let's get started. So if you haven't been following along, and we are using ComfyUI on Colab, okay, and there's an amazing guy, and I browse the GitHub a lot. There's an amazing guy called Dream Machine AI, and he or she, I don't know, this guy got a GitHub page called Comfy Cloud, which is he said is a modified from this forked from this ComfyUI manager, and he modified a little bit, write some part of the Python code, and I read the code. It's written pretty great. A great shout out to this guy. And previously I checked his like website. I searched it. I was trying to get him a shout out, but I got a little bit confused because this guy got a very official website, and I thought it's like a really big company. Maybe I get confused sometimes, but it turns out it's his website. He also got an amazing YouTube channel, got an Instagram, got all that X, all that. You can check it out. A great shout out to this guy, and thank you so much for providing this Comfy Cloud project to us. Okay, thank you so much, and thanks you for your contribution to the open source community. I'm a great fan of open source, and I believe that AI should be open source and should be like building community and benefit everyone. And I even think that I'm a great fan of the idea of if the AI is trained based on the knowledge of human should get a specific share. Okay, because the data is trained on us. So for example, if the artist feed this AI with a lot of his style, and every time the neuron triggered and trained on that artist's work, okay, and depending on the contribution, the artist should have a count, so he can get his share. Okay, that's just my personal opinion, by the way. Let's continue. Okay, so you just need to using Colab, and I already introduced you guys the setup in my previous video. I'm not going to go through that over again. But if you haven't been following along, but want to follow along, but don't want to go through the hassle of watch all my previous video, it's just the first. You need to have a Google account, and yeah, you can use the Colab, the free versions. Okay, you can install the ComfyUI on your computer. Okay, it's totally okay. I think just the average spec computer will suffice, even though it do not have a GPU. Maybe just be slower relatively to the computer to have GPU. So it do not require you have a top edge computer. And then I recommend using Colab because you can just use this amazing Dream Machine AI's config cloud like Jupyter Notebook, and you can just just run this. And if you have a Google Drive, you can just download all this model on your Google Drive. So you don't need to download that every time. Okay, it can save you computational power. It can save you you can run a web. You can even run it on your pad, on your phone. You don't need a very a beefy machine in order to do that. Okay, and after you run all that, just click this. It will bring out a Cloudflare web, and it's just as the same as when you run locally, and you would jump up a website, and you can. This is the UI. This is ComfyUI UI user interface. And of course, if you run that and you watch my previous video, you might also be interested in Blender. I did a lot of Blender tutorial. So this is a Blender's node, okay? And this kind of UI is very, very widely used in a lot of a design. So for example, if you I also have a channel share my development tutorials, so code with Benjamin. So this is very similar to Unreal's blueprint. So it's a no coding, but in fact they got some code running beneath it, and it's Blender's a node. It's very, very interesting because you can actually see what's the connection, and yeah, and let's test it for now. Okay, so right now we got a model here. Okay, and we got a beautiful scenery, glass, bottle, landscape, and clip text watermark. Okay, and we got some of the a cake sampler here, and the decode here, and save image. Okay, and yeah, that is the workflow that's automatically generated for you guys. So this will be the positive workflow, and there will be a negative workflow, and there will be a case sampler. We get VAE decode, and we get a save image. If you want to run this workflow, you just need to click quick prompt, and just we get a quick size of 1, and you just need to wait a few seconds, I believe, and you will be able to see the output image here. Okay, right now it's just still generating, so you have to wait. I'm going to pause it a little bit. Okay, after a few seconds wait, depending on the specs of the the computational power that you select, you will get a image here. As simple as that, pretty simple. In model, this will be a checkpoint. Yeah, the internet is a little bit unstable, and we got the prompt, we got the empty latent image, we got case sampler, we get VAE, and we get a save image. Okay, and you can quit that multiple times. Okay, right now, as you guys can see, we got a Q prompt 1. So there is another. So you just click that multiple times, so you just add it up, and it will generate multiple image. Okay, it's really, really simple, really straightforward. Okay, so there will be our first workflow, but that's not enough. That's not enough. I'm going to show you how to start from scratch. So if you if you already here and you click this Q prompt and you already got at least 1 image show up, that means everything installed correctly. Okay, so you follow the steps provided by the Dream Machine AI, and you can click this, and you actually can open this UI page, and you generate 1 image. That means this is just a test run. Okay, this just means everything works fine, and then you can follow this tutorial to start from scratch. I'm going to explain how to fine-tune things and how to make things even interesting, and how to actually apply this in your creative process, so your art will be more efficient. Okay. So, yeah, I know it's already a lot of node, but you have to, clear it. You just need to click clear, and there will be like a clear workflow, and you click OK, right? And everything's cleared. And yeah, you can refresh, you can clear, just to make sure that nothing is here. Okay? And then we're going to start from scratch. It's just like a node wrangling. And let's go from scratch. So it's like if you want to add a node, pretty simple. Right click, add node. Okay? And you can add the like the loader, which we will choose the load checkpoint, and then we got a node here. So really simple. And of course, you won't delete this node. Right click. If you're left-handed like me, left click, just a secondary click, and yeah, you will like because I do that remotely. Sometimes it will just disconnect. Don't worry. Just wait for that connection like warning go out, so it's actually connected, and then you just do that. Okay. If anything that like lagging too much, you need to like refresh this. This is a temporary URL, and it will work as long as the instance is working. Okay. And by the way, I download standard resources. I download all of it for demonstration purpose. So you guys can see we got Stable Diffusion like 1.5 and 2.0 models, and all the base and the refiner, or the VAE. And VAE got like a recommended model of like a Yang, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to show you in a second. Don't you worry about that. I think it's better for me to just to show you rather than just doing all this talking. Two ways of adding things. One is like a find it. We got all sort of thing. You got to find it by using like the loader and then checkpoint, and then click hello Yang or whatever model, maybe Stable Diffusion base and safe tensor, all that. Okay, just choose it, and here is your first node. You can remove it, as I said before, but there is another way, a quicker way of doing things, if you will. Just double click. Okay, so you get a sound of like a finder sort of widget coming out, and you just need to search for it. So for example, like I want to load checkpoint, and just search check, and here we are. Pretty simple. And then you choose the model. After you finish with this, then you can connect this with another node. Okay, the other node, we're using this exact same method to search for it. So for example, I like to get a K sampler. So double click K. Okay, double click K sampler. Okay, click it. We got another node coming out. Okay, as simple as that. Of course, if you want to find the K sampler, you can just right click add node. I believe it's as a sampling, and we got the K sampler. And also we got like an advanced version for demonstration purpose only. I'm going to use like a simple one, not advanced one. So we know how to add node, delete node, and how to quickly add node and delete node. And let's actually add some prompt. Okay, so let's just leave the case sampler here because I may want it. Okay, so I'm going to double click. Okay, quicker way of doing things. I'm going to add a clip, and if you look at here, we got clip text encode. Encoding just a fancy way of saying tell the neural what to do. Okay, pretty simple. So just I sort of sometimes joke about it. Say it's like enchanting. So the prompt is like enchanting, like the. I can't imagine that when human technology just get so involved and so incorporated artificial intelligence into everyday life, there is some sort of like enchanter in human, like use the artificial intelligence, say, well, like hyper energy and fire, something like that, like a magic enchanting, and their AI would do this like maybe some infusion and maybe atomic bomb and laser shooting out. And if you think about it, it's so amazing that like the technology advanced to a certain level, and just the magic and technology become one thing. Oh my gosh, that's a very, very interesting. I think it's a very good plot for a movie. So you are alien, you come to Earth, and human is just so advanced. I may just make a manga scenario, okay, a manga scene out from it. Yeah, I create all sort of interesting thing, and I talk about this. So that's kind of my style. So if you, yeah, some people hate it doing this. So if you're you hate it, you leave in the comments, or you just skip the video. Okay, you just skip that to the next part where I actually talk. Okay, and I love to talk about things. By the way, okay, sorry about that. Oh, my bad. So you just click this, okay. So here is the part where you can enter the prompt, okay. So you can see you get the text here, and I can say maybe fire, something like that. I'm not sure. Whatever you want to generate, just type in, okay, just a magic word. But the prompt do have different things, okay. So you can get like a positive prompt and negative prompt. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to copy this and paste it. Okay, pretty simple. Copy and paste, Command C and Command V. Okay, and right now you can connect this. Okay, you can connect this. Very, very simple. Very simple one. Okay, and by the way, there's another shortcut, okay? So if you copy that, you paste it here, it will not like automatically connect to the previous like a clip, okay? So what I'm going to do is to Command C to copy, and Command Shift and V to paste, so it will automatically like connect it, okay? It's amazing. So you don't need to manually got here and drag it here. You don't need to do that, okay? And then you can change the title, because the one will be the positive prompt, the other will be a negative prompt, okay? So right click and you can change the title. Okay, right now like the prompt, I'm going to say prompt positive, okay? So you guys can see we got a prompt positive, and what's more, you can even change the color. That's so great. So positive, let me just make green for positive, and then I'm going to change the title of negative. Okay, negative, you can change the color to like a red one. Okay, so the positive one and negative one. So basically the positive one is that you want this AI to do, and the negative one is that you don't want the AI to do. So for example, I've seen a lot of guys like add the like a bad as a negative prompt. So maybe the AI got a lot of training data, and some people maybe post it on the social media saying this is a bad art, and then the art associated to the like text will be have a text bad, and you don't want this to like include in your training data. You want like a fine tuning all this, turn down all this in this like neurons weight. So basically just if the weight is very high, you will have a very like a migrating your style to that specific weight, and if you like specifically include the bad as a very high weight factor, a high neuron into your like a neural network, it will be have a lot of like a style change to the bad. Okay, but if you don't want that, you can just like a negative bad to it. So you will like a negative prompt, so we exclude this and like fine tuning all this weight down to like a 0. Okay, there will be no influence by this bad training data. Okay. And yeah, once you got the positive prompt and negative prompt, you can connect that to our cake sampler that we add earlier. So if you look at cake sampler, we got the model, okay, model, okay. Basically, it's like a kiss game, okay. You got a model here, you got the same color, and you connect the same color, okay. This is I believe a lot of node-based UI system work this way. Same color, same text, connected together, and you'll be fine. But you have to know which step this is doing. I believe this will be a way in the future of how human communicate with machine. We don't need to actually write the code, but we have to tell the rough logic, and you have to understand what this node is doing. You don't need to know the specific things of it's doing, but you have to know that you have to change this node to this node, then something like that. So maybe there is a career called Node Wrangler, or Node I don't know, Node Magician, something like that. I don't know. Just keep things interesting. Okay, so we got model, we got positive and negative. That's good. We got condition, right? Condition, and we got positive condition, and also I got a negative condition. Okay, so if you look at here, we already get all this, the node as well as the path, like lines that tangle together. That's great. That's great. You can just stretch a little bit and make it maybe here. Okay, so sometimes you can't avoid this tangling unless you're doing something like this. Okay, let me just do that, because everything you do is you can do it. It's just like personal preference. And there is one more things that we haven't connected. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So this is called a very interesting name, very professional craft. It's a latent image. Oh my gosh, what the heck is going on? What's a latent image? So basically, all the diffusion model start from noise. So basically, they just play a game of how to predict the pixel around the noise point that you give the model. Okay, so basically just you can even give them a white noise as a starting point, and they will guess the image from the white noise. Okay, and I've seen a lot of a diffusion model that done things brilliantly. So I've seen a diffusion model that use the wave of a song as a image, and then create the prediction and even compose. It's very, very interesting. But I don't want to go into too detail about this. I already explained a lot in my another channel called Learn Code with Benjamin. Okay, so it's more like a machine learning and coding thing. So I'm not going to go too deep on my digital art channel, because that will be a little bit boring, and I don't want you guys to go too deep into this kind of stuff, because you don't need to do that. I believe that you need to get a job done more efficient, and if you want to get your art done more efficient, and then you dive too deep into the artificial intelligence, then what's the point of improved efficiency? There you spend more time than you already have. So basically I'll just quickly go through all this. Basically, diffusion model start from noise, and you give it a random white noise, and they predict based on the prompt that you give. So got a neural different weights. Okay, you different prompt, different weight, and according to that specific the hint, they're going to infer the exact same noise differently. And of course, you can give them a different noise to start with, and that's what is this latent image is about. So basically, it's like a starting point, okay? And right now, I'm going to give it a empty latent noise. So I'm going to get a empty latent image, okay? Just give it here, and we got like this purplish sign, and you can connect that to latent image. As simple as that. Very, very simple. Okay, I'm going to put it here, and as you guys can see, even though my layout is perfect, it's starting to get a little bit complex, right? Don't you worry about that, because I'm going to go through all this, and as you guys can see, we already get some sort of like a latent, just got one node, so we can like input and output. We get to the output side very, very near. And let's continue. I think we're near the end of the last one, which will be VAE. Okay. Okay, this might be a little bit hard to explain. Let me think of a way. So yeah, for those of you guys who don't want to, listen to the explain, just want to remember the workflow. Pretty simple. I think I already got this. So right now we got like an encode. Okay. After the encode, go through all this hassle. You have to decode in order to generate the output. Okay. So you got an encoder, you got a decode. So very simple, okay? I think that's today. You just search for decode, and we got like a decode here, and yeah. So we got samples right now. I got like all the noise as a sample. So the noise will be the latent. Okay. Right now I just get an empty latent image, but I denoise 100%. So just like completely reject this and get all this sampler as a sample. Very simple, right? And we got like a VAE, and right now we got the VAE here. So I might need to like zoom it out a little bit. The first node we haven't connected yet, so we connect all the way here. Okay, so it might like let me just move it up a little bit and make it here. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see this more clearly. Just stretch it out a little bit, and maybe move it to the right a little bit, and move it to the right. Okay, I'm doing the best I can. So we got a decode, and as you guys can see, we're very near to the end because we got the like image output. So we got a sample, we got VAE, as simple as that. Very simple, right? So that's like a short answer, and there is a fairly long answer. I don't want to go through too many detail, and I'm definitely not qualified to talk about like deep learning, machine learning. Well, I'm not that kind of like a machine learning guru. I just like use this technology to solve like an engineering problem, but yeah, you can sort of treat that like this. Okay, so I think I can like give you a fairly interesting example. That's how I understand all these things roughly. Okay, basically machine learning and all this neural network, all this like a diffusion, all that is a fairly advanced model. Okay, you sort of treat this as a very high intelligence, really smart and over the top IQ guy, and he can solve a lot of problems, not just about image generation problem. Okay, so you feed him with some of the like encoding thing, and he's thinking like a higher dimension and generate a lot of things, but you won't understand it, you won't be able to see it because in its higher dimension. So you have to sort of lower it down and emphasize on a specific area so you guys can actually see it and hear it. Whether you are using, the reason why I use here is that diffusion model can also be like a generated sound. Oh my gosh, that's very interesting. We will talk about that if we got more time, and I maybe just share all this like technical stuff and experiment on another channel, because this channel is about art. And so we are going to focus on the image. So we have to use a specific decoder to decode these higher dimensional things to like a reduced dimension and output that specific thing that we want. So that's why we need this very decoder. Okay, so after you decode, it's quickly we're very quick, very close as output image, so don't worry about that. So since the output will be an image, you have to use one more node to save or preview the image. Okay, so what I'm going to do, double click. You can, just say preview image. Okay, you can do this. It will have a like image, and then you can connect that. But I prefer not to do this because I like to save it. So you can get a save image node here. So we will have a image not only preview but also saved. Okay, very simple. Of course, that really depends on you. If you just want a text workflow, you can just preview. Okay, you can quickly preview without generate things that actually like take the space on your computer. So we can generate image. As you can see, I just play around with it a little bit. I think I just select a ROM model because it sort of generate a guy rather than just a file. Okay, so you might need to. I think this is Hello Young is like a comic sort of a manga style. So it have a lot of like a people's data. You can use like stable diffusion, other like a normal base model for it. So if you want to generate like a scenery, something like that. Right now, I think I got like a fiery guy here. And of course, you can change model at any time. Okay, so you can like get the stable diffusion model here. Okay, refiner and save sensor. Yeah, we're gonna do this, and let's just do this. Maybe base model. Okay, and then I will just go with file. So just to do that again. So let's wait for it. Okay, we got like a positive prompt fire and active water. Okay, just want you guys to show you guys. We got another very neat tool here. So you guys can see we got like green. Yeah. So it's right here. Okay. So the current working node will be enclosed by the green part. Okay, so we got fire like this. Okay, it's very maybe like a fire on the in the room. Okay, and they don't want water or something like that. Okay, so you can try this out. Okay, so the current working node will be here. And then you can see like go step by step, step by step. Okay, so we got like room. We don't have a fire. That's very interesting. Okay, and of course you can then change the model, right? You can change like a prompt refiner, like this refiner model, a finer room. Let's try this again. And prompt, so you can like see it work here. And then sometimes you will stuck at the like modeling part a bit. Okay, so you have to wait for it, and then sometimes it's very quick. I think that's maybe the bottleneck is about the Cloudflare, but it's free, so you can't complain. Okay, so I believe if you like install that locally, it will be much quicker. And it spent way too much time. I'm going to pause it until you finish. Okay, I think I got this. Okay, after I think maybe 2 minutes of a wait, I got this. I use another model, a stable diffusion XL, refine, save tensors. Okay, so I get like a fire room. The results are pretty good in fact, and definitely no water. Okay, so I got this. And you can right click, you can save this image locally even. That's brilliant. Okay, and you can like zoom it up. It's fairly large. Okay, you can get like a really good zoom at it. Okay, it looks pretty good, right? So yeah, so this will be our first workflow that built from scratch, and I already can see a great potential in this technology. Okay, and you can deploy that locally, and you can use this as like a study material. Why computer think this way? Why computer think this is a fire? Okay, we got like a different color. You can use color picker to pick the color, and learn from this, and modify from this. Or maybe you can like draw the character, use this as a sort of a stylized background, and you can like draw animation from it. It can save you a huge amount of time. Okay. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all. It's already like half an hour. So if you love this sort of material, if you love this format, if you love this content, please give me a thumb up. Okay, I really spend like 18 hours a day working on this channel. Okay, thank you so much for your support. I really need your help to help me to reach the monetization goal. I currently earn zero from making this video. Okay, but I need to pay the bill. So thank you so much. If you support, just give me a thumb up, give me a like, give me any feedback that I know that which kind of direction should I move this channel to. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumb up. Okay.